I am Aaron Tarnitzer. I get to be the principal at Indian Mound Middle School, which is up the hill here. And it is my honor to be one of two people. Ms. Murphy will also be welcoming you here today. But thank you for being with us to celebrate what is an awesome month, National Poetry Month. Very exciting. Yes, clap your hands for poetry. So where am I? Hi again. We're here to celebrate the power that words can make. And so, I would be remiss if I didn't have a poem to share with you. This poem was found, I looked long and hard to find this poem, or I got it from up there in a poem in your pocket. But it's very fitting. It's called Lucky Trade. I told my mom I'd go to work if she would go to school. She thought that trading places once just might be kind of cool. So she agreed. I packed her lunch and made her wash her face. Then mother said, I wonder why you want to take my place. I wonder what you do at work. I'd like to meet your boss. Now hurry up and brush your teeth and don't forget to floss. There's just one other thing, Mom, that I forgot to mention. I'll pick you up at 4 o'clock. Today you have detention. So, isn't that weird? I grabbed this poem and it was perfect because I get to give detentions. But it is wonderful to be here, and I want to give a quick special thank to some people that mean a lot to me, the McFarland Youth Center volunteers who came and are here to welcome you. Thank you very much, and for the treats. I was just at a Youth Center board meeting. Wonderful group. Thank you for that. And now I'd like to introduce my partner in crime here, Miss Murphy.
Thank you, Mr. Tarnitzer. I am lucky to work with Mr. Tarnitzer. He's awesome. And those of you at Wabisa who know me, you're going to get a chance to get to know him in the near future at the middle school. So yes, I have the pleasure of being principal at Wabisa School. But today it's not about me. Today it's about our poetry reading, which I'm super excited about. But really, I want to say a quick introduction to some people who made tonight happen and have worked hard to get everything organized for tonight. So Jerry Caperi from the Public Library. And Sandra Taylor Marshall, hopefully not taking any pictures of me right now, right down here. She's our K-5 reading specialist. And Jen Breezy, who is our 612 reading specialist, literacy coordinator. And Lindsay Olson, who helped from the primary school to make this event possible. So these people have been great about making tonight happen. We've done this for several years now. What is it, 8th annual? And every year it just seems to get better and better. It's hard to imagine that it could, but it does seem to happen. And so now I'd like to turn it over to Sandra Taylor Marshall, who has a very important introduction for us this evening.
Thank you, Ms. Murphy. Yes, welcome everyone. Thank you for being here tonight. Yes, this is our 8th annual open mic poetry night. So we're all glad that you can be here and celebrating with us. We have partnered with Elock Public Library, which is huge because we know that literacy is what it's all about, right? Reading and writing. That's why we're all here tonight. So it's really amazing to be here in our 8th year because originally when we started our first year, we only had about 20 or so kids to be a part of this. And I don't know what our count is yet this year, but last year we had over 75 young poetry readers. So that's pretty amazing. So I'm hoping that tonight we have even more than that. So that's something to celebrate. And along this journey, we have been very fortunate because we have made friends with Babu, who is here with us tonight for her 4th year as author and co-celebrator. So thank you to Babu for being here. And with that, that, it is my honor and pleasure to introduce Fabu, who is Madison's third poet laureate. Fabu actually began writing at the age of 11, so right around the age of some of you, and has continued to write poetry throughout the years. Fabu is a smart and accomplished woman. She holds a double master's degree from the UW-Madison. She's published several books, writes a monthly column for the Capital Times newspaper, and is a founding member of the Hibiscus Collective, which is a local group of multicultural women writers. She is, to borrow a term that she used in one of her Cap Times columns, a world changer. All this is wonderful, but the real reason that she's here tonight is because she is a poet and a storyteller who has a passion for encouraging young people to write poems to tell their own stories. And that's why we're all here tonight, to encourage that passion for reading and that passion for writing. Her earlier book, Poems, Dreams, and Roses, reflects her life stories. It's personal, powerful, and beautiful. The book, said Fabu, allowed me to finally express what so many students have shared with me over the years. I feel fortunate that I could put their thoughts into words to inspire and provide hope to other youngsters. So we have a few copies of that book to give away as door prizes tonight, and hopefully you all picked up a raffle ticket tonight and you put one in the bucket and you kept one for yourself. So we are going to be giving away some door prizes tonight, and like I said, Fabu's book is one of those door prizes. Fabu will stay after the program tonight if you'd like for her to sign that book. And then she also brought along a few other books that she'll be selling after the program if you'd like to buy one. So please join me now in welcoming Fabu to McFarland.
Well, it's another National Poetry Month. Let's say yay for poetry! It really does make me happy to be here each year and to really encourage poets. I feel so proud when you come up here and read and share both your original poems and your favorite poems. So I'm going to read one poem of mine that part of it is on the certificate. To encourage you to keep writing. You can write your whole life long. So even if you don't want to be a professional poet, or even if you don't want to live your life as a poet, as a career, I do hope you will keep writing. I hope you will do what? Writing. Thank you. Keep writing. For we are God's poems, Ephesians 2:10. Young poets write. Young poets, write your way out of problems, out of all your situations. Young poets, feelings like the fragrance of yellow roses fill you up and then eventually fade away. Young poets, words break open your chest and free you to do and undo. Young poets, write it all, the black on the white, tints and shades of rainbow colors to heal your insides. Or you can do like they did in the 60s. So right now we're getting ready for the best part of the program. I'm going to hand it over so that we can all be ready to listen to some fantastic poems. Big hand clap for all the poets as they prepare. So get ready to come up on this stage.
So a few reminders as we get started tonight. We're gonna start with a couple of special poets before we get started with our youngest poets tonight. We'll start with our kindergartners and move up in age. And we're gonna need, hopefully everyone is signed up on the sign-up sheets if you'd like to read a poem. Remember that we'll be pausing throughout the program to do some raffle drawings. Readers, when you come up, remember to tell us the title of your poem and who the author is. And audience, when they're finished, instead of clapping tonight, we're gonna snap. So let's practice that. Great, nice job. Just a reminder to please stay until everyone has finished tonight, and if for some reason you do have to leave, try to wait until the reader who's up here has finished their poem to get up and scoot out. But if you could stay until the night is finished, that would be really helpful. We will have people on the sides here to help people on and off the stage so that we can move quickly on both sides. We have 2 podiums working, so hopefully we can keep this moving quickly. So before we begin with our youngest readers, we've asked our own Ann Barker from McFarland House Cafe to come and share a poem with us tonight. So I'm going to turn the mic over to Ann.
Wonderful. Welcome. It's so nice to see you all. I know you look at me and I know, kids, what do you think? What's the word that you think of when you see me? Ice cream. I know, it's given away. I have 2 passions, really. Ice cream has always been number 1. That's why I opened an ice cream shop. And writing. I write every day. I know, something that many of you may not know about me, but I have been writing since I was your age, and it was all about poetry. And so your words just were right there. Young poets, open it up. So I was given a gift the other day. I get poems. People bring me poems. Can you believe that? I give them ice cream, they give me poems. So I have a couple I have to share, okay? I don't think the authors are here, but I have permission to use them. They're fabulous. Okay, and I want to see if you can guess which ice cream I'm talking about. This is about a flavored ice cream. Just one lick won't do the trick. I've been an addict to this treat of chocolate with crumbled Oreos and melted marshmallows. 4 scoops of fun, you won't be done. It'll tingle your tongue. It is Zoreo. Yes, I heard that. Zoreo ice cream. I had someone write that, and I just thought, oh, 4 scoops of fun and tingle your tongue. And I have one other, I just have to share this as well. Someone gave me this. It's called McFarland, Where I'm From. I am from Legos under the bed, books, comfy chairs, cocoa, Twister. I'm from white, broken picket fences and basketballs, the quiet library, scootering around the block, from keep practicing and the basketball hoop. I am from Beth and Rick and Don and Dave, from the McFarland House Cafe and the park down the street, from steak and rice, from my own green bike in the garage. I'm from chicken and cookies for dessert, and I'm from under the bed and neighbors across the street, from hot summer days and swimming in the pool, and the usual day of fun school. So those were 2 gifts that I was given in exchange for ice cream, of course. And if you ever come into the cafe, I know many of you who've been in the last month have seen all the poems that the 8th graders have just decorated the cafe with. It is fabulous. And I just wanted to let you know how much those words that the 8th graders, they shared their poems, they shared themselves. And sometimes that's kind of scary because you're sharing a big piece of yourself that not everyone sees. But I have people that come into the cafe of all different ages. Some are 8, some are 10, some are 3. They read those poems. And they can't help but walk out and say, wow, that was brave. That was really brave of those kids to share their hearts and their feelings. So I'll keep sharing the ice cream, you keep sharing your words, okay? It's a deal. Thank you, Ms. Halverson.
Thank you, Ms. Barker. And finally, without further ado, we've asked, back from last year, Will Carls and Grace Nelson to kick off our evening by reading their poem, Where Would We Be Without Poetry? Looks like it might just be Will this year.
would we be without poetry? Where would we be without poetry? Nothing to describe the hills and rain. Where would we be without poetry? How would we describe the open plains? Where would we be, lost in a world with no music in our ears? Save us. Save us from the horror of nothing to hear. Create the sound we all love. One resort is left. Go to open mic poetry night, where the sound will fill your ear. On Tuesday, April 9th, at the Middle High School Auditorium. You will find the beautiful music inside. It soothes the world, whispers life inside your ear. Remember what it's like to hear poetry? It means the world to me. Tuesday, April 14th, 6 to, I don't know the time this ends. Don't miss it for the world. It is the best thing in the world. It will change your life, save you from disaster, keep you from fear, keep you from despair. Come to open mic poetry night tonight.
All right, Emily Carls, we're just gonna call down, why don't we have our kindergarten and our Emily Carls, Joel Carls, Mallory Jablonski, Maddie Jablonski, Will Ray, Ava Binsfeld, Riley Bickelhaupt, and Leonie Johnson. Those are our kindergarten and second graders. Remember when you come up to read the title of your poem and who the author is. And you can exit on this side.
Flashlight by Joel Carlos. For the night, lighting your path as the night grows dark. Snap, it turns on, hovering the ground with light, lighting your path in the darkness. Through the earth, handling the darkness. Thank the flashlight. Teddy Bear by Emily. Teddy bear, teddy bear, link line. Teddy bear, jump in the floor. Teddy bear, jump up. Pet store by Leon Johnson. Planning to go to the pet store. Planning to get a call. Planning to get food. I hope it doesn't fall. Thinking about a toy. Thinking about a name. I hope it's not a boy. Leaves by Riley and Pete. Crunch, 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 piling up my feet, spinning in the air and seas of leaves in the street. Crunch, 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 dropping from the trees. Crunch, 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 what are they new leaves? Unique by Maddie Jablonski and Mallory Jablonski. I love puppies. I love bunnies. We love animals. I love swimming. I love basketball. We love to play outside. I love technology. I love reading. We love school. I love Easter. I love Christmas. We love holidays. I love pianos. I love singing. We love music. We share clothes, a house, and a birthday. We love each other. We are twins and we are different. Pancake by Ava. Perfect for breakfast and maybe dinner too. Nothing beats it, coming right out of the oven. And don't forget the butter. Kind to your taste buds, every part is good. Pencil, go away. Maybe I should write about dogs, cats, Legos, hockey, cars, trucks, sports too. Family, friends, school, home, fall, spring. Cars. Wait, didn't I already say that? Oh no, I broke. Now I can't write anymore.
Before we move on to the third grade, I want to make sure that if there are any kindergarten, first or second graders that didn't have a chance to sign up, if you want to come forward to read your poem, now would be a good time to do that. Okay, it's time for the first raffle.
All right, folks, first ticket, we have 095886. All right, come right up here to the front if you're the winner. All right, the next one we have 095932. All right, come on down. All right, and last we have 095899.
Okay, I'm going to apologize right up front if I mispronounce your name. Please don't take offense. I'll do the best I can. Tegan Mullaney, Maggie Wendt, Sophia Chenko, Cassidy Miller, Ava Dean, Brock Spiegel, Ainsley Pennekamp, Emily Blattner, Izzy Tobin, Nicholas Posada, Anya Pittick, Nadia Schwadeski, Emily Spring, Hannah Rott, Galilee Bruns, and Delaney Braun. And when you come up, don't forget to read the title and the author of your poem, and then if you can exit on this side again. That way we can just kind of keep the flow going.
Homework machine by me. I made a homework machine. It works very well. I think I will use it, but I won't tell. My teacher will be mad, but I won't care if that homework is late because it was due on another day. I thought it was working, but I guess it's not fine because when it came out, 2 + 3 = 9. My teacher, Miss May, is very crazy because she gave me an A. Rock by Brock Spiegel. Hard as stone makes it tone, skips over schools, makes such tools. As it cuts not easily, but skips too easily, as it is a chisel with a nice sizzle. Perhaps it's hard, but makes it hard. Maybe it rhymes with dashes, bashes, cleaning and all. Sparkles too bright, but makes a sight. Dragon in a Castle by Sophia Chenko. Dragon in a castle, nice and sweet. Few little birdies that tweet. A princess in the castle very high, a dragon is guarding by. All in all, a prince came by, the dragon is high in the sky. The prince and princess got married and the dragon got buried. They lived happily ever after and they floated away in a raft.
Not Smart by me. My dad gave my brother $1 for being his smartest son. Mom said he had to give me some too. He gave me 5 cents. I swapped Mom for 4 nickels. Then my brother's kind girlfriend for 3 dimes. Then Old Larry Lou for 2 quarters. Then my brother for his dollar bill. Later we both showed my dad. My brother with 5 cents and a dollar bill. Now I guess I'm his smartest son.
What if you opened a book and you read a page, something took you into the book. You saw stars in the night sky. There was a lighthouse, and do you know what stumbled out? A garden gnome. And he said, let's go look at the stars. What if he made a bubble, you stepped in, and floated into the night sky to look at stars? Would you get scared?
My bio poem by Margaret Went. Funny, smart, bright, lover of Clash of Clans, animals, and parasailing. Who is able to run very fast, who feels that we need to take better care of our planet, who wonders what it will be like when I'm older, who fears spiders in my bedroom in the dark, who would like to be a professional skydiver. My dream is that I could have sisters instead of brothers. Robin. If you see a robin, it's probably the beginning of spring. Don't get tricked by the wind. If you see the male, they're brown and bright orange. If you see the female, their wings are brown and slight darker orange. If you see the robin, it's the beginning of spring.
Green Summer by Ainsley Pennekamp. Green comes from trees standing tall and straight. Green is for the grass that blows in the wind. Green is for Easter eggs that I paint. Green is for mint ice cream that melts in 2 seconds. Green is for 4-leaf clovers that are as lucky as can be. Green is for sequins that glisten in the sun. Green is for nails that I paint in the summer. Goodbye green, now comes red, orange, yellow, and brown. When I looked at a book by Nicholas, what would I do if I had a book with a very good look? I'd tumble and I'd stumble to look at a book. When I looked at a book, I saw a seaside with a crab or two that were sad and blue. I looked at the book, I tried to smile, I thought I would sit and read for a while. Outside by Emily Blattner. Observing, untidy, temperature, see, imagine, daily, ecosystem. Evil minions versus good minions. Ugly, evil Kevin. Eat a lot, purple, El Macho, crazy hair. Nice Kevin. Yellow, jelly, ice cream, girls, Lucy, 99% adorable, 1% despicable, Ren's bottom, banana. Went to the pool. I went to the pool one Sunday afternoon. I did not know what I should do. Should I jump or dive? I can't decide. I do not know what I should do. Until Bill tripped on Jill, that tripped on Phil, that tripped on who? Me. I did a belly flop right into the pool with my fins. I did a belly flop with an extra large bow. But now, I do not know what I should do.
Spring by Anya Pinnock. I remember me playing in spring. I remember the grass in spring. I remember the wind blowing in spring. I remember the flowers in spring. I remember the leaves in spring. I remember every second in spring.
School by Galley Brunges. Teachers, kids, gym, lunchroom, library, art room, smartboards, books, whiteboards, sayings, posters.
My name is Emily Spring. I'm in Mrs. Eccles' class. My first poem is an acrostic poem of sports. Swimming, ping pong, oh yes a goal, running, tennis, soccer. My second poem is an acrostic poem, swimming. Spartan swimming, waiting for a race. I can do this. McFarland Spartan Sharks, McFarland State Team. I have the power to believe in myself, not an over-the-top sport, going as fast as you can.
Hi, my name is Delaney Braun, and I'm in Miss Eccles' classroom. This is a poem about my friend Emily. Swimming champ, pro at math, runner alert, active girl, nice, caring, and kind sister to Amanda, going to Florida.
Are there any other third graders who didn't have an opportunity to register but would like to read a poem? Then guess what? It's raffle time.
First ticket, 095911. There we go. All right, second one, 095873. And next, 095910.
All right, fourth graders, here's your chance. I need Mr. Krieger's class and Katie, I think it's Katie Fernan.
Drowning by Kylie Fernan. I'm drowning in the sky's sorrow, getting soaked by the sky's huge tears, making huge puddles on the cold, dark ground. When each tear lands, a big cry comes out of the sky. Lightning strikes the trees like an angry mob of people attacking each other. Why are you sad, sky? Why are you angry, sky? Why?
I'm Leaving by Charlotte Rose Prosser, style of poetry, free verse, in Mr. Krieger's class. I'm leaving, so goodbye, although I really don't know why. My heart is racing, I don't want to go, but I'll see you again. Actually, no, I won't. I'm leaving, I'm packing up now. Go away, I don't want to see you before I go.
It's midnight and you're sleepwalking in your bedroom, and for some reason, I thought I saw a doorknob turn. I'm leaving, really, right now. I have to go, and you aren't coming. The train is almost at the station. I'm running there at this very moment. I'm leaving, and on the train now. There's no stopping my ride today. So sadly, it's true that I'm gone, and this train shall take me wherever I want to go. I'm gone on the train with the others. I am both happy and sad. I'm happy and excited to see where this train takes me, but I'm also sad and depressed because I know that I'm leaving you. I've left on the train and never coming back. I wonder what my life might become. This choice I made probably wasn't wise, so I'll make my future something to be proud of.
Friends by Lelena Chandonnet. To have a friend is to have another soul linked to yours, another heart that beats with yours, a symbiotic relationship meant to be. Friendship holds up our world, even the stars seem to hold hands. Be a star, hold up our world, find that matching soul, that matching heart. Be a friend.
Life by me. Life is one thing, you only have one chance. Once you die, you're gone. You can't come back, so you better exceed your dreams. Just at least try. Do something, do anything, do life.
Blank by Carly. I think of nothing. I sit and write not a thing. I don't know what to do. I have not a clue. I get up thinking it's been 40 minutes, but really it's been 5.
Believe by me. Believe in yourself. Believe in your friends. Believing never ends. Believe in your shoes. Believe in the breeze. Believe in anything.
What we did is we wrote a song for our class wrote a song. We were discussing what was happening in the morning because students sometimes come a little bit later. So we delved into that, and the name of the song is I'm Ready. And then I took the 6 loudest students in my class, and they showed up today.
who would like to read a poem? Raffle time.
Song got me all choked up there. All right. Next ticket, 095 885. All right. Can't read the number under this one. Marissa Fisher? Is that a name? All right, come on up. All right, and then we have 095 901.
There are a few fifth graders we'd like to come up and read poems. Gabriel Lee, Shandy Hodgkins, and Rory Chrisley, please.
Wicket by me. Wicket is the name of my dog. He loves to eat like a hog. Wicket hates to go to the vet. I love my dog Wicket as a pet. He doesn't have a clue on how to fetch. Wicket can barely even catch. Even though these aren't skills of his, I still love Wicket the way he is.
I'm Shandy Hodgkins, and today I'll be doing 2 poems. Falling. I'm drowning, I'm drowning. I'm falling, I'm falling. Deep, deep down I go. Down, down, down. Sinking, sinking, sinking. Falling, falling, falling. The bubbles rise. I go down. I'll never be up, I'll never be down. I will be in the center. I'm drowning, I'm drowning. I'm falling, I'm falling. Deep, deep down I go, down, down, down. When you are stuck, give up. You go deep, deep down. When you are stuck, try again and fail. You are falling, falling, falling. When you are stuck, plain stuck, and don't know what to do, you are in the center of hesitation. My second poem is I Can Forgive Myself by Shandy Hodgkins, which is me. The world is crumbling around me, all around me. I could not forgive the others around me, so here I am to perish. My time has come, or has it just begun? My time has come, not begun. I could not forgive the others around me, but I know now I can forgive myself. It's my time to go now. It is too late to fix my mistake, but the others around me will be at peace.
Sorry, but I'm Rory, and I'm doing 2 poems. The first one is Nasty School by Shel Silverstein. Oh, have you heard of Nasty School? They teach nasty things and have nasty rules. They take only nasties, rowdies, and fools. So come, let's take a walk through Nasty School. You get to Nasty School through a secret gate. Your first rule is you must be late. Your hands must be and face must be all caked with dirt. There must be lots of grease and gravy spots upon your shirt. In class, instead of listening, you just talk. And make it all squeaks in front of the blackboard with your chalk. You must make sure your shoes are wet and muddy, and that's for homework, guaranteed you haven't studied. You must put a gun on everybody's seat. And when there's a test, you promise that you'll cheat. Instead of teachers teaching you how to make things, the bad school teachers teach you how to break things. They teach you how to smash a window pane, how to let a brand new bike get rusty in the rain, how to smash a face into smithereens, how to tear up pages out of someone's magazines.
how to hold your breath and spit and scream, how to put mustard into someone's chocolate chip ice cream, how to bring a blender full of dents, how to leave your footprint in a square of wet cement, how to pinch and punch and slam a door, how to splash water till you flood the bathroom floor, how to do muddy belly flops, how to run your teeth with sugar pops, how to turn a dress into a rag, how to turn the bottom of a soggy garbage bag, how to bend your father's fishing hook, how to dip hot meatloaf gravy on your science book, how to fill a bathtub up with glue, how to outside the bed till the flames sprout food, how to fall out of an apple tree, how to scratch your toe and miss a toilet when you pee, how to spread a coat of honey on the volleyball, how to write your name and toothpaste on the bathroom wall, how to snap a shoelace when you try it. These are things you want to learn at Nancy School. Want to try it? For some schools, you can't just be good. You have to be the best. Here, you can't be rotten. You must be the rottenest. And my second poem yet funny. And another funny poem is for a rainy afternoon. Nothing to do, pour some ketchup in your shoe. Bang a drum and clang a bell. Pinch the baby till he yells. Spit him around until he falls. Draw a picture on the wall. Put your marbles on the stairs. Stick some glue in the stairs. Stuck your phone and slam the drawers. Pull it out of the dresser drawers. Catch a cat and bite his ear. Suck your toes and knuckles. Beer. Fill your pockets full of soup. Paint the bottom of your food. Take your grandpa's watching boil it. No floating turkeys down the toilet. What your parents and daddy says, now go upstairs and take a nap.
Hi, my name is Allie Hannon, and I'm gonna read a poem that I wrote myself. It's called Willow Tree. Willow tree swaying peacefully in the sun all day, singing duets with the wind, watching the children quietly play. The willow tree swaying peacefully, strong and mighty, with climbing kids on its branches, screaming, "Awesome is me." Willow tree swaying peacefully, showing off its long leaves that wrestle during storms, again watching the kids play and leap.
Our next three winners, we have 095869. We have 095888. Finally. And then 095902.
It is that portion of the evening that we invite our very talented middle school poets to the stage, please.
Riddle the Next Door Neighbors by Esther Everson. It is now winter time, the weather so fine. There is only one problem, it is definitely not awesome. I have lost all my children, thousands of children. Dear Mr. Evergreen still has all of his children so green. Such a sad time, such a hard climb. In the spring, together we will sing. My children will come back to me as fast as a flea. Mr. Evergreen will no longer leave me jealous, but together we will be zealous.
We will both have our children, together worth a million.
Cuisine by me. What exactly will you see when you look into your pantry? Will you see your history? Is it all a mystery? What exactly does your past reflect upon your current class? Do you see your history? Is it all a mystery? Do you see pasta galore? Piles of cheese lying on the floor? Meatballs, salads, and lots of yeast. Is this an Italian feast? How about brats and sauerkraut? Does your family scream and shout? Auf Wiedersehen, pretzels for all. Germany, you will all call. Are there tacos everywhere, with churros and some spicy flair? Quickly all of this will vanish, if your family is Spanish. How about some fish fillets? Rice and pickled vegetables today? Beef and broccoli and lots of peas. Is your family Chinese? How about some fish and chips, wrapped up in little newspaper bits? For all of you speaking proper English, are any of you British? How about meatballs everywhere with chocolate rich and fair? You even have your own fish, if you are Swedish. Sushi here and there, rice and bread are not that rare. How about eggs and maybe some fruit? Japanese is your root. Croissants, bread, and many treats, you come from a land of eats. Tartines and maybe some wine, it is of course French time. Have you ever tried curry? When you eat cow, do you start to worry? Made with yogurt, cools the spice, Indian food is really nice. Octopus is what you eat, this much olive oil is no small feat. On top of your food is a tomato streak. The question is, are you Greek? What we eat can describe us fine, but what you must keep in mind. Not everyone fits these descriptions. Someone may just have a food addiction. So explore your roots back through your food and get into your cuisine mood. Do you see your history? Is it all a mystery?
Okay, I did My Name is Mercedes by me. My name does not mean a car, I am a snake. My name means mercies, compassionate and forgiving. You may call me Mercedes Benz, but for that ain't my name. There is much more behind the scenes than you know. My name says a lot for who I am, like the way I'm named after nobody. Never gonna change my name, for I am who I am.
This is an abstract and original poem by me. Going with the flow because conformity is not my style. Eraser shreds everywhere, for sketching life is the hardest piece I've done. From paint to pastel, crayons to sketch pencils, I try my hardest to get by. Though my canvas is unlimited, it seems as though there is no room for mistakes.
My Name poem by Marissa Fisher. Marissa means by the sea, bubbly like the aftermath of an ocean wave, happy as the shining sun. Brunette with curly hair that snarls like wire weed on the shore. Eyes in ocean blue. Confidence like a seagull circling above the Bering Sea. Complex like the tide always stirring. Fisher.
Hello, I'm Andrew, and I'm going to present two poems. My first one is called Dictator. They are all powerful, they are raging beasts, stealing food from the poor, using them for fancy feasts. They take their people and crumble them like a rock, and toss them in the trash, killing all the people on the block. They sit there in their hot tubs, sipping from a gold-rimmed glass, as people suffer from starvation, dying mass by mass. They start many wars, taking over whom they choose, but it's as they always say, the bad guys always lose. And then my second poem, actually I had 3 poems, but there was much debate over the last 2, and this is the one that won. It's called It's a Hard as Rock Life. Life is as hard as diamonds without the bling and splendor. making you dull like a rock, day to night, knee-high in work and labor. Life is as hard as nails that stick out of your bed, prodding you in your sleep, nightmares inside your head. Life is as hard as rocks that people chuck at others. It's just as bad as words, jokes about their mothers. Life is pretty hard with all the work and pain. You will be lucky if life doesn't drive you insane.
Hi, I'm Ethan, and I'm doing my poem's called Firefight. I crouch there, gun in hand. It's safer not to stand. There's a sound to the left. I take a single shot and breath. Target one down. I sense eyes all around. A stir to the right. I see him without a fright. Looking down my iron sight, the moment doesn't get this right. I take a single shot and breath. Now it's time to get the rest.
Landless quest, Black Rover Mentor. The crunch of lifeless, decaying foliage on my raw, numbing toes sends intense, painful messages to my brain as I investigate the trail of the elusive bug. Rummaging through the woods, lifelessly muted, the faint hoof sounds like music to my ears, a wild goose of allegiance, the pursuit of deer.
Okay, our poem is called The Sea by Courtney Gatto.
And Allison Summer.
A sailor out at sea, winds blowing, thunder clapping.
A massive world of water and a tiny boat, no land in sight, no hope.
Rough waters thrashing the boat, that sailor fights to escape the storm. Winds and water gate, speed and force.
Tipping the boat, catching the sailor off guard as the ship falls apart into multiple pieces.
He climbs onto a floating board, coughing up water, holding onto the board tight.
He falls asleep exhausted, chunks of boats floating away from each other, not knowing where they are going.
Doesn't matter if they sink, the sea engulfing the sailor and chunks of boat sinking down, down, down. Letting the salty water pull them into darkness. Will anyone notice?
Skies are cloud-free and bright blue, birds are chirping, the sun is shining.
Gentle waves tap the sailor's warm skin. A sliver of land is in sight.
My name is Greg, and I'm going to be reading a poem tonight by Shel Silverstein. The Land of Happy. Have you been to the Land of Happy, where everyone's happy all day, where they joke and they sing of the happiest things, and everything's jolly and gay? There's no one unhappy and happy. There's laughter and smiles galore. I've been to the Land of Happy. What a bore.
Hi, my name is Tatum, and I'm going to be singing, and I'm going to be saying spring. Spring. The cold winter is melting away. A single red bird was spotted today. Through the mist, the sun is peeking. Squirrels are about an acorn seeking. New life has come to fields and woods. Kids venture out in sweatshirts with hoods. In just a few weeks, the river will flow. Blossoms on trees will start to show. There's still a chance in the springtime air. Winter is gone, but the memory's still there. Summer is waiting a few months beyond to warm air, the meadow and the pond. A gopher peers out from the holes. A gopher peers out from the holes that he makes. Springtime is when the whole world awakes.
Before we do our next raffle, I want to give any young person who didn't have a chance to register a chance to come on up to the stage and share a poem. Anybody? Okay, come on down. Anybody else?
My name's Brooke, and I'm going to be performing a limerick. Howie was a rather large cow. He was almost as big as a plow. He ate too much grass and had way too much gas. All the other cows went wow.
next number, 095876. 095880. 095903. And 095892.
I am very happy to introduce several adult poets from the community. We have Bob Jones, Amber Gerber, Fred Everson, Lauren Kelly, Jerry Coopery. Please come forward to share your poetry.
I'm Fred Everson, and I'll read a poem titled Toad by Mary Oliver. I was walking by, he was sitting there. It was full morning, so the heat was heavy on his sand-colored head and his webbed feet. I squatted beside him at the edge of the path. He didn't move. I began to talk. I talked about summer and about time, the pleasures of eating, the terrors of the night, about this cup we call life, about happiness, about how good it feels, the heat of the sun between the shoulder blades. He looked neither up nor down, which didn't necessarily mean he was either afraid or asleep. I felt his energy, stored under his tongue, perhaps, and behind his bulging eyes. I talked about how the world seems to me, 5 feet tall, the blue sky all around my head. I said I wondered how it seemed to him down there, intimate with the dust. He might have been Buddha, did not move, blink, or frown. Not a tear fell from those gold-rimmed eyes as the refined anguish of language passed over him.
My name's Bob Jones. I'd like to read 2 short poems, both called My Friend and I. The first I'll dedicate to a sadly missed uncle. My friend and I went to the war to see for ourselves what it was all about, and we weren't in the least disappointed. There were generals with medals and sergeants with sticks, majors with mustaches and privates with picks and shovels, digging holes all in a row. My friend and I went to the war to see for ourselves what it was all about, and we weren't in the least disappointed. The cannons went boom, and the rifles went bang. The enemy ran, and the infantry sang as they marched in a line from Shiloh to Rome, blowing up buildings and thinking of home, and throwing dirt in the holes all in a row. My friend and I went to the war to see for ourselves what it was all about, but no one was there. The silence of sadness hung on the air. We found an old medal on an old torn coat, a rusty rifle, an empty boot, a flower that drooped and died in spring, and words for a song but no one to sing. My friend and I, turning to go, tried taps for the holes, all in a row. A second poem of my friend and I reminds me to not take myself seriously and to always enjoy the wonder of nonsense. My friend and I were tied in a knot, and up was down and out was in, and good sense was delightfully topsy-turvy. Then logic came knocking at the door, asking most earnestly to enter there to set aright the dreadful sight of happiness in a hurry. My friend peered out from under the covers, and I peeked out from under the sheets, and we both laughed lustily at one another, at this pompous bother who stood there bleating something unintelligible about up being up, and in being in, and order being essential to good government. My friend and I started to sing about knots and tangles and other such things. Logic stood listening to this incredible din, got undressed and jumped right in. I'd like to make an anonymous dedication to this last poem, and in case you don't know, anonymous is a Greek word that means Ann Barker. It's entitled The Little Cafe by the Tracks. Where else, I wouldn't care to ask, having found it here in this little cafe by the tracks, can I enjoy my coffee to the whistle tunes of the 11:35 freight? Here at this place where memories are on the menu, and two-fisted entrees are seasoned with smiles and welcome, and will that be a roll and a bowl? How good is the food, inquires a friend by way of quiz. So good, I'd order the ciabatta, not even knowing what it is. Little cafe by the tracks, where hurry seems out of place, and friendly chatter is the poetry of neighborliness. Ice cream trophy winner. Does that challenge appeal to you? Thank you, no, mushroom brie will do. Sepia history speaks from the walls of then and now and tomorrow's promises, designed by Mrs. Keel's kindergarten class.
Hello. I'm Amber Gerber. I have 2 poems tonight. First one is Worshiping in the Church of Literature. I take my religion in the form of public readings, done by people who share their souls and knowledge. Our sanctuary, a bookstore, small theater, coffee shop. Our pews, folding chairs, and auditorium seats. Our book of worship is whatever the writer presents. We sit, heads bowed, examining our hands, or our eyes closed, taking in all the words, visualizing what our preachers are saying to us. We applaud, our version of saying amen or hallelujah. Afterward, we have fellowship, thank our preacher for sharing their truth with us. We leave feeling fulfilled, inspired, or questioning our former beliefs from words we previously read. All right, and this one is Spring Showers. The grass tickles between my toes, damp and crisp. A scent of budding lilacs, softly sweeping through the branches, while birds sing for one another, sharing their secrets. Fat raindrops tumble, tumble, tumble from the sky. As colorful umbrellas blossom, my footsteps remain in the mud.
Hi, I'm Jerry Perry from the library. It rhymes. I have one poem that is not mine and one that is. And the one I wanted to read is, I'm highlighting Ken Nesbitt, who is the current Children's Poet Laureate. So I've been buying a few more of his books for the library's poetry collection, and I hope you'll check them out. This one is called When Vegetables Are Angry. And I'm dedicating the reading of this to my husband, who is a terrible lover of puns. When vegetables are angry, does it mean they're in a stew? When morning says good morning, does it ask, how do you do? When mountaintops are spying, would you say they're sneaking peeks? When water spills on onions, does it turn them into leaks? To be a good conductor, do you really have to train? If Superman retired, would he live on Lois Lane? If streets required clothing, would you buy your street a dress? If restaurants were dirty, would you eat inside the mess? Whenever you're impatient, does it mean you're losing weight? If 6 bought lunch for 7, would you care how much he ate? When cheese pots say good evening, do they bid a fond adieu? When vegetables are angry, does it mean they're in a stew? And you can hear on this book, which I borrowed from Verona Public Library, but we're going to get our own copy. You can hear some of the tracks being read by the author himself, which is kind of cool. The other poem is something I just woke up thinking one morning. It's called Poem Migration. A little poem unfurls inside my head and goes out into the world on tiny wings. It flutters from brain to pen to paper to book. With each reading, its wings grow stronger, but still it flutters, never flying straight, for that is its nature. To flit from book to eyes, to brain to mouth, to air, to ear, to you.
Hi, I'm Lauren, and I am reading a poem by Mercedes Steele. It's called Where You'll Find Me. You'll find me here, where the trees above sway to the beat of the drums. Boom, boom, boom. You'll find me here, where the waters below shimmer with such joy, happiness, freedom. You'll find me here, where the grass gleams with bright, vibrant greens. You'll find me here, in my room, with a notebook filled with dreams, power, and my imagination.
Before we have the last raffle of the evening, here is also the last call for any poets or poetry readers who would like to participate this evening. Come on, you know you want to. Yes.
Okay, this one is named Daddy by me. Are you coming home? For your kingdom awaits. I've forgiven your mistakes. Are you coming home? There's this emptiness inside, hoping and praying that you're all right. Are you coming home? Just let the rain wash away all the pain of yesterday. I know, the world outside our door is raging on, but you gotta be strong. Therefore, you are my dad, and I was wondering, are you coming home?
Last chance, poets. You're waiting for the raffle, aren't you? Okay, here we go.
All right, we have 095893. All right, 095898. 095877. 095908 and 095909.
Okay, so any last chance for any poets? Going once? Going twice? It's a whole year away. Yeah, get your poetry out tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, well, we wanted to say thank you all for coming out tonight. Thank you for sharing your souls and your keep on writing, keep on reading. Encourage your writers and your readers at home. Most of all, thank you to Fabu for being here. Fabulous of her to come. And we hope you all join us next year for the 9th annual Open Mic Poetry Night. We look forward to seeing you next year. Thank you all for coming.